Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another MAMG Let's Play of Analogue, a hate story. Now, I know that this is a different day. Zero Time Dilemma actually came out, and so I've been so excited to play that game that I had to play it and put it back in the hour to hour and a half long slot. So this video may be a little bit shorter, but I am determined to finish this game all the way through. Now, when we left off, there was a little bit of scandal aboard the ship, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, and I'm very curious to see where this rabbit hole is gonna lead us. Okay, unsent letter 5. It was only after I finally started to become comfortable with you, confident that you really were mine and that I didn't have to work to impress you, that things got complicated. My husband had left for the day and you were still lingering, having spent the night with him. But it was for me that you had a new love poem, and I undressed you while you sang it. When you were done, you clung to me, stripping me in turn while I simply kissed you and ran my hands from your tiny waist to your smooth ankles. And soon enough, next page. We were both naked, of course. At first, I'd felt so uncomfortable exposing my body like that to you, as if you'd seen it then, you'd finally realize how old I am. But you never did seem to mind. Not as you placed your soft kisses on my breasts, nor as you straddled me with your legs around my waist and arms around my neck. Yep, that's where we are, and also, apparently I'm still struggling to read this. So entranced was I at that moment that I never heard the footsteps outside. Ooh! We just started to kiss when the door suddenly opened. What a scene to walk into. There my husband was in the doorway, his courtesan and his wife naked together, mouths still connected by a strand. For a moment, nobody said anything. In that time, I felt terror as never before in my life. Sang-min is not a gentleman, and while he'd hardly ever raise his hand to me, I was still overwhelmed with horror that he might hurt me, or even worse, that he would hurt you. I had seduced you, but in that moment, I realized if he did try, there was nothing I could do to protect you. But just as we were stammering our "I'm sorry, sirs," he laughed and laughed. "Well," he said, ogling us with a cold stare of his, "I'm certainly paying you enough for two." Then he walked over, raised his hands, and I stayed in horror, but all he did was pat you on the head as though you were a child. I don't know what she told you, but you don't have to pay attention to her. Easier just to ignore her, really. All you could do was start to stammer. I wanted to. We were both so afraid, but he just laughed and shrugged. "Whatever," he said, as he passed through the other door. You just saw two women that you were like involved with naked together, and you're like, whatever, and just keep going? Neither of us knew what to do other than to climb off of each other, scramble to cover ourselves back up. While we both clumsily tried to dress ourselves, Sang-min walked back through the room once more, carrying a satchel. He'd forgotten it for work, I suppose. You don't have to stop on my account. If you ask permission, you can do whatever the hell you want. Then he laughed again. Don't know what you think you're even going to do, though. Aren't you two missing something? They have more of a connection than you do, buddy. I wish he had struck me instead. It would have hurt far less than what he did, or what you had to watch me do. Okay, what are you gonna say to this? Just imagine that scene, her and her whore pleading with her husband being mocked like that. What do you make of that? Oh, that's hard, because like, they did have it coming because they were cheating. Like, regardless of the society and the hierarchy of how everything works, if you're in a relationship, I feel like you should be open and honest. I don't know how many partners people believe they should be entitled to. That's not my place to say, but you should be open about what your relationship is. And if you're doing anything in secret, it could hurt somebody, then, you know, you're asking for something bad to happen. Well, maybe. I'm not saying he didn't have the right to say those things. Of course he did. That's his prerogative. And sure, she was a bad wife. But still, even if he had the right, that is a crappy way to treat her. He should have been a better man than that. When you get married, if your wife ever screws up like that, well, I hope you understand this, she's just a woman. Women are sensitive, emotional creatures. That's just not right. A woman should be better than that. So yeah, I think that's pretty messed up. And you should too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. Thanks, Mute. You're not very mute for a person named Mute. Okay, unsent letter 6. Okay, this is so unfair. Why couldn't you have been born a man instead? Sure, you'd lose your beauty and the gentleness I love about you, but at least you'd be able to do something. Let's see, I thought that was an I, but that's an exclamation point. And Sangming would be jealous, instead of thinking of you as completely unthreatening. I just know you want to be able to stand up for me, and it's killing me to see that you're powerless too. Right now, he's happy to keep me around. You know, it gets him off to have something to hold over my head. I had no idea you were so lustful, that you'd even settle for a woman, he says. What's that like? The worst part? I know the only way to keep seeing you is to play along. Oh well, you know, for a girl my age, I respond, and press my hands against my face, to look like I'm embarrassed. It's just playing. It's not the same without, you know. I trail off, because he thinks it's so cute when I'm ashamed to say the word cock. Poor girl, he says as he roughly gropes me, and I force out all those soft moans and gasps to make him think that he's really making me happy. And I say awful things, love. I say such awful things about you, it kills me. It just kills me. And then I beg just to see more of you. I don't know what leaves a worse taste in my mouth, him or those words. What else can I do? I'm sorry, Sojin. I know the last time I talked with you, all I did was cry. Thanks for not asking. It was just so hard to hold it in while smiling cutely for your husband. We have the worst fate ever, don't we? Okay, and the last time we spoke, I poured wine for you rather than the usual tea. It seemed as though you needed it. I held you tight while you drank, petting your hair and wiping every tear to drop from those deep, sad eyes. He's going to get bored eventually, you had said, and though I tried to comfort you, we both knew it to be true. I could try pressuring him to buy you, I had offered. It was our only option, really. If he didn't, you'd simply return to service of the government, to be rented out to who knows who, and we would never meet again. Thanks, you said. Do you think he'll listen, you asked. I wished nothing more than to be able to lie to you, to say that of course I did, that it would be alright. No, I said. I couldn't. We sat there for a long time in silence. Finally, I said, even that would be worse than you deserve. He owns me and sees how I'm treated. I wish you could have better. Sorry, you said. Please, don't be. All this is my fault. If I'd just been a good wife and left well alone, all this heartbreak could have been avoided, I said, trying to calm you, but you only cried more. When you had no more tears left, you spoke again. What about the other courtesan he bought? The real mother of Minhi? What if you blackmailed him? If only. I would do it gladly for you, but the royal family knows already. I shot off my mouth in front of Mute once without thinking, and soon enough, it was my own fault too. Oh, you said. What if I gave him a son, you suggested, even though I knew how appalling the thought was to you. I couldn't help but laugh when I thought of why it would never work. Oh, Hana, 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 I said. Do you think the reason I've never gotten pregnant was for lack of trying? I stroked your cheek. In the months you've been with him, has your period been disrupted even once? No, you said, and you realized what I was saying. It would never work. Tears fell from your eyes once more. You started to laugh too. I figured it was just, you know, all chance. I shook my head. No child in the first year of marriage. That is chance, I said, laughing sadly. Whether he is too proud or too stupid to realize, I know not. But one child in 11 years of marriage? That is not chance. That is an impotent man raising someone else's daughter. You looked at me, realizing the plan was doomed. There aren't any real men in this house, are there? You said finally. We laughed and laughed. Your future is so sadly uncertain. Yes, Mute. Well, there you have it. That's it for the scandalous and sordid story of the noble wife Sojin and her husband's whore. I keep going back and forth on how I feel about the whole thing. On one hand, I feel pretty bad for Sojin. It should have never had It never should have had to sink to that for her. On the other hand, well, it's not like she didn't make bad decisions for herself. It'd be wrong to just cover it up, right? I respect her, but at the end of the day, she still did unspeakable things. I know I'm reading like some pretty terrible words from time to time, but at the same time, it's like, it is part of the story. I don't know. I don't know what the vocab index is in my head. Like, I don't curse, and you guys know that, but there's just some words that like are just rough. And Mute has a point, but I don't think she needs to say it like that, but that's her personality. So hopefully I'm not, like, rubbing anybody the wrong way. I'm just kind of conflicted, especially now that she's gone. Well, anyway, what do you think of all that? It was hot. It was awful. I know, right? No matter how you look at it, that's true for sure. Watching a good woman fall like that, well, you get the idea, I'm sure. Anyway, that's all I want you to keep in mind. Stories like that, even the messed up ones. There's a reason why the last one dates to the year 322. It's not that their affair came to a conclusion, it's that they both died. So yeah. Even if it is one hell of a story, it's one that ended completely abruptly. Just remember that, alright? So they both died. They took their own life? It's sad. Okay. So, where should I go from here? Mute, do you have any suggestions? No, you do not. Okay, let's see if Hyune. We haven't talked to her in a while, actually. So let's see what she says. Okay, access to documents. Maybe she'll have something to say about this scandal, huh? Was it block? Was it a different block? I thought it was it 2? Yep. No, it wasn't 2. It was 2. Okay, let's just go like an unsent letter and see if we can get her reaction to this. Oh, so you've read those then? Not that it was seen as appropriate for women to spend time with anyone but other women or anything, but, so, why are you showing this to me? To hear what you think? Well, why do you ask? Do you, approve of that sort of thing? That's not exactly where I was going. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, that's a very layered question. You're talking about 2 women falling in love with each other, or somebody cheating on another person because they're in a marriage? You know, it's... Okay, let's just say, let's take a step back and let's just say it's 2 women falling in love for each other. We'll say yes. I see. Well, it's when she said she wanted to be seduced. I can definitely really understand that. Especially if it was you. What? Especially if it was someone I really liked. Did you guys see that? That sounds like a good thing to me. Not that I could really imagine doing that with any of my servants, but Jeez, why are you even talking about something this embarrassing? Can we please talk about something else? I guess we can. Okay. I just wanted to see if it would unlock anything else, you know? Because sometimes it unlocks other things. I don't know where else we can go. Okay, so... Mute's giving us some information, and... I figured we need to get, like, Hyun-A's responses to some of these. So I decided to see what Mute had to say about the, Pale Bride, so we're gonna start this conversation and see where it leads us. So, like, you've talked to her a fair bit, right? What do you think of Hyun-A? I don't hate her. Seriously? You can stand her? Did she tell you about the whole mass murder thing, or did she conveniently leave that out? She has not told me about that. No, of course not. I'm even sure that awful woman's afraid of what she did. Or maybe she just wanted to impress you. I don't think most men are turned on by that kind of lunacy, so I can see why she'd hide that. It's probably better if you don't hear it from me, though. I don't think you'd even believe it. You'd better ask her yourself. Okay, what I'm gonna do is give you an entire block that's full of nothing but questions for her. It might be a little hard to get the whole story out of her, but if you fake sympathy, she'd probably actually believe you. So there you are, a few questions to give her, drag the truth out of her, then tell me how crazy you think she is. Okay. Let's see, did she really commit mass murder? I don't know. I doubt it. She doesn't seem like the type of person to be able to do that. But you never know. Girls, people can be crazy, let's just put it that way. Not just girls. Guys can be crazy too. How are you doing? What's this? You talk to Mute? I don't know what she told you, but you really shouldn't listen to her. All she ever did was gossip, and I'm certain she hasn't changed a bit since back then. Please, don't trust her. She just pins everything else to make everyone else look bad, no matter what. Please, promise? Yeah. Thank you, I really appreciate that. At least you give me a fair chance. Well, if you show me one of her questions, I'll tell you the truth, but I don't think it's what she'll expect. Okay? How do you feel about me? Wow, there's a tough question. I mean, you seem like a really good person. I think I could call you a friend. I hate when it switches like that because I can't read it. You seem to be a really good listener. I like that. Does that answer your question? Let's open her up a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd explain it better if I could. Are you upset? No, I'm fine. Okay, good. Just checking. I was trying to see if I could, like, get more out of her. I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. I wish I could know. I guess whatever your question was, it's just going to have to go unanswered. Sorry. Oh. Whoops. Why don't you treat me with more respect? Things are happening. The screen's getting weird. What? Jeez, my word, what are you talking about? When have I never not treated you with respect? I don't know what's wrong with that awful AI, and I definitely don't know what's wrong with you. Why would you even say something like that? Jeez. What is happening? Well, about a few thousand lines of assembly code, a few gigabytes of memories, I suppose, sitting on a hard drive somewhere. I don't really know what that looks like. Oh, I guess you actually meant before I died, didn't you? Well, I was 13 years old when I woke up and 16 when I died. So, well, I looked younger, but I wasn't really all that different. Just shorter, I guess. And, smaller in other places, too. Everyone always did say I was pretty, though, even though I was really young. So, just, I guess, picture a shorter version of me without the glasses, and my hair in some dumb braid or another, and a hanbok, and that's pretty much it. I never really got dressed up the way I wanted to. This is the first time I've been able to wear my school uniform since I was 13, before I got put in stasis. Of course, you're wearing a scientist outfit. How silly is that, being excited about wearing a uniform? And I mean, you know how much I was into cosplay. I never really had a chance for that when I was alive. Why do you even ask? What are you thinking? You look good. Well, thank you. Anyway, we should really get back to more serious stuff, don't you think? Right. Remember when I said that I'd never interrupt you unless there's something really wrong? Because that's annoying and I don't want to bother you, but... Look, I don't want to scare you here. This isn't your fault, but we have a really big problem. Her text is changing. I'm sure you noticed the static on the line, yes? I was wondering what was causing it, so I checked and, well, look, don't panic here, please. But it's, well, a reactor meltdown in progress. I'm really sorry. We've been running low power mode for so long, and that was fine, but when you established communications, everything started back up again. Which should have been fine, except it's been centuries since the last maintenance job was done, and I'm not really sure what's wrong. Yet. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I don't know if you're really aware of how this works, but we're running on nuclear fission. And, it looks like we got about 20 minutes before total meltdown. It's already running really, really hot right now. I wish I'd noticed sooner. I'm so sorry. Well, let me put it this way. The ship is about 20 minutes away from exploding. Can you make it out of range within 20 minutes? Maybe not. I don't really know much about nuclear reactors, but yeah, that's what I expected. Don't panic though. I can walk you through shutting it down. Just stay calm and everything will be fine. What I need you to do is drop the terminal and disable the nuclear reactor. If everything's working properly, it should be that simple. I mean, I'm sure it won't be. This is a really old ship, and clearly already one thing has gone horribly wrong. Anyway, your first step is to at least try. So how do I do this? Whoa. Reactor? Emergency override control, enable. No? I don't know what I'm doing. I have 20 minutes to figure this out. Whoa, okay. Multiple systems can be enabled and disabled in a single time. Okay. Enable power control? I don't know what I'm doing. This is bad. Drop the terminal and disable the nuclear reactor. Okay, so disable the nuclear reactor. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. Disable reactor. No. Reactor is currently enabled. Emergency override control for the reactor system. Enable, disable. I have no idea what I'm doing. What am I doing wrong? Sorry, I'm sure this is super exciting to watch. I hope I don't get killed. List? Not helping. Okay, let's see if mute has anything. Unknown switching error occurred. Unable to initialize AI mute. Weird? Okay. So we have Reactor PSS copy. Oh my god, okay. Switch battery? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, the battery's been changed. Insufficient power and active battery to meet power demands without reactor. Oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. We may die today. Cool. We may explode and just freaking die. Power control. That wasn't something that I could do, right? No action given. Okay, available actions enable, disable list. Copy? Any AI program transfer will be unexecutable until stored in on core. Again, I have no idea what that means. Oh, okay, I got it. I have very little time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this or not. Oh, okay, so let me show you power control list. Okay, so I need to disable some stuff fast. Okay, so I need to disable pretty much everything besides the AIs, I think. Disable core, 3, okay? Core 5. Gotcha, okay. Waste? Okay, let's see what else we got left. 76%. My time's not going back up though. Okay, docking rail sensors. I might not be able to do this this time. No? Oh, power disable. I'm panicking. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Come on, fingers, work with me, work with me. Right. Ah, god dang it. It took me so long to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. Okay. What else we got left? Power usage at 35%. Okay, so sensors. Sensors is all that's left, right? And bulkheads, I guess. Okay. Sensors. Sorry, I'm not even I have 4 minutes. Okay. We may die. Everybody just be prepared to die. I already disabled the bulkheads. What else do I have left? Permanently terminate your connection. You sure you want to disable connections? Oh god, no. Okay, okay, is that it then? Am I done? Did I make it? She's still not saying much to me. Yeah. Do I need, yeah, let me go ahead and save since I already like clicked on it. 45% unlocked, okay. Oh jeez, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it today. Okay, power control list. What else do we have? Core 1, Core 2, and the main computer. Oh, external radio-based communication array. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't think I do. I'm not talking outside. I thought it was gonna disconnect me from the girls. Yes. Yes, just do it. Connection error, attempting to reconnect. Oh god. Reconnection failed. Maybe it wasn't a good thing. Wait, what? Achievement unlocked abusive jerk. What? Okay, well, let's load this and see what happens in 4 minutes. Maybe I'll die a couple different ways. Okay, so communications was internal communications. So, all I have left is what? Mute, Hyun-A, and the main computer do not ever disable. Do I need to... I don't need to disable one of them, do I? Reactor? It's currently enabled, okay. Disable reactor. No. Okay, can't do that. So, what else can I do? Switch battery. I thought I already did this. Okay, battery's changed. Okay, insufficient power in active battery to meet power demands without reactor. Okay, power use is at 23%. Oh, god dang it. Yeah, I do have to. I do have to get rid of one of them. Okay. Well, I guess mute. What? Oh, she's a core. Core 1. Yeah. All data will degrade within 24 hours. Are you sure you want to continue? Data may be permanently lost. Yeah. Core's been disabled. Not choir. What else did I need to do? I am losing my mind. Switch battery. That's what I needed to do. Okay. Okay, PSS. Switch battery. Enable PSS. PSS enable? Whew. Did we do it? I don't think we did it. Well then, we have a minute and a half. And I've legit been trying to do this for 20 minutes. Help? Reactor? Disable reactor. Yes. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. I have 50 seconds left. This is bad, this is bad. Whew. Quit. Did we not do it? Alright, you did it. The reactor's disabled. Why are we still staticky? Oh no, we still have a problem. I have 30 seconds. It's still at critical temperature. Well, the good news is you're safe now. Though I'm not. If there's no nuclear explosion, it's the heat alone that can do damage to computer systems and kill me. This is really bad. Please, you have to figure out something to deal with the excess heat. I'm already suffering from serious damage. I'm not gonna make it. My word, feels like it did when I was alive. I feel like I'm dying. Please, you have to do something. We have 7 seconds. There's no way. There's no way. It's over. It's over. I did not realize that this game was gonna make me do this. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to go back and go through this initial sequence and give myself more time to disable those reactors so that we can get the heat sensor down so that whaaaaat can survive. Oh man, I did not believe, I didn't even think I was gonna have to be doing stuff like this. Okay, I know what I need to do. Let me take a break. Like I said, this video is gonna be a little bit shorter because these are gonna be the shorter episodes. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I hope you guys still are liking this series. I'm enjoying the crap out of it, and I hope you guys are as well. But, I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ Let's Play. When I first saw you bringing my husband home in the late hours of the night, I was jealous. All I could think of was my daughter, and the first courtesan he'd had an affair with 9 years ago. With every brief glimpse of you that I saw as you passed through our home, my heart burned a little, as if you embodied every single fault of my farce of a marriage. I will never send this letter, because I know how ridiculous it sounds. For weeks, I, a noble wife, could be jealous of a poor courtesan. But you are young and beautiful, full of energy and grace. I am none of it.